Okay, we're going to play a game here in just a second. I finished fixing my coffee. Because you can't play without coffee.
Charlie Brown Christmas tree. That's funny.
Ready to go, picking up on career mode.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here,
flex
they're hot as
biceps.
can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
I'm going, buddy. I'm going. Got you on my phone so I can see messages.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Why the hell is you over there? Really? It was supposed to be way the hell over there.
Team is they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Not a
Here
good
come
start.
the Bengals now to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Where's the foul? He ain't supposed to push him like that.
Now at the Cincinnati offense.
I seen that shit.
Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
3rd and inches.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And
God dang it.
Yardage on the play.
Dude, you're supposed to hold him back, not let him come at me. Dumbass.
Loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
He's a big man, 300 pounds.
Orchestrating the offense.
We're eating all the cookies, damn it.
Pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
Damn, other guy fell down to the damn other side.
Well, look there at the defensive starters for Cincinnati. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Really?
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a game of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there,
not
a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. If you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage.
Just like that.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so.
Yeah, rough the kicker
by the offense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Has he got a lead weight in his boot or something?
As we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets this one to Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49.
Offense.
Really?
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Really? Y'all stay where the hell you supposed to be, dumbasses.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Nobody else open.
A loss of 2 there. Second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Ooh, guys,
No
open them
gain on the
holes
play
up,
this
man.
time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Right here. Right. Check. Mike, 53. Mike.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, jumping his way to the quarterback. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over 3.
Boom! Go, motherfucker, go! This way, that way, damn it!
Before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Scoring some.
I like that one, didn't you, buddy?
And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
A lot of that pressure.
The field.
Yeah,
Pressure.
That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. No escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
There was a time
9 sacks on the year.
That's their 3rd one.
Go big man go.
Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays.
Kick it out of there.
Thinking about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So it's... No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go.
Not mad at you for still at halftime.
Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum.
Boom, boy, I nailed his ass.
What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage?
I bet his grandma felt that.
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On second down, it's Hunt. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On third down, Mayfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do?
Hell, that was a stop for.
Find those weaknesses, and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings
Yes,
this up to
down.
the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete.
Oh, man. He had his hands on that bad boy, too.
It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Back to throw. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throw that one away, boy. Nobody open.
But it's incomplete.
Get rid of that bitch.
These defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now back to throw. He's got Green. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, If you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Green brings it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Bullock's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here we go.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Once again, they run with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll It'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
First down, Bengal.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they run with Mixon. And they can't bring him down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Uzama. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Mixon. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down
way over in there.
38. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second down, here's Mixon.
Really? What the hell was that?
8 that time, and it brings up third down. I guess the simple
question, why
not just take a knee there?
Wow.
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bengals, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports.
Oh, hell. Here we go. Gotta play the fucking Patriots.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? Set, ready. 70 Indies. Shut up! mean, you had a great day today. The game is really starting to slow down for you, isn't it?
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Matt.
It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here.
Oh, really? A snow game. Oh, my God.
Week 15, and we've got a good
Great.
matchup in store between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh my God, I got a snow game against the Patriots. This is going to be bad.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no one back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, they'll run with White. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. A look there at the defensive starters for Cincinnati. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
Here's Brady, and this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals under first-year head coach Zach Taylor. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. The numbers for Mixon last week, 16 carries, 99 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games.
Back where I come from.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the toss, Mixon. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And
Sure did look like I got it.
Turnover on down. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit. But must have found a spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches for an even 100 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. It's a linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett.
Damn it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for
Got
him,
your ass, man.
I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read,
Gotcha.
figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got your ass.
On second down now, it's White. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I got him. Oh, they're going to try to go for it. Really?
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, fuckers. Ha ha.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Brady. This is White on the screen.
No, you missed him. Oh, man.
Touchdown, Patriots. James White with touchdown number 8 on the year.
Okay, do your little snow dance.
Onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Damn it.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, so that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. That's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On first down, Brady toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives this to White. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Check, 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 check. Wait, check 31.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
He's supposed to catch it.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Here's Matt Darr now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Julian Edelman and the rest of the offense back onto the field now. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us. But they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Brady.
No, you didn't leave him open.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40.
Really?
And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
They're using them fucking ends.
We
is
know
what they're
Dorsett
doing.
can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady throwing complete to Dorsett. And down inside the 15 he goes.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off
Yes!
at the 13.
Finally!
He returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Finally got my hands on that damn
Big
thing.
boys snagging one. You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second down, Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They toss to Mixon. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right.
That was probably bad.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even fourth and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. To throw is Brady. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score.
Woo! Late halftime, we're out of scoring again.
Has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin with a battle of two Northeastern squads, Buffalo at Heinz Field to take on Pittsburgh. And it's
all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Damn, they're on that shit, ain't they?
They can pick it up. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Joe Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So
Look at these pass plays, really?
Direction as they come up now 3rd and long. back to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this
Damn
is
it.
going to blow up in their faces. Not only do they not get the
I wanted a
first,
fake
they're
pass
going to lose
play.
big yardage as well. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Line of scrimmage, the 31
I was a zero,
now,
not a
first
hero.
and 10. First down, here's White. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. They'll run on first down. It's White. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And they're going to get it.
Boom, yeah, got your ass, buddy.
Back at the 16-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman.
Dang, I come around through here like the freaking Flash.
The same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive
Look
line.
at that. Look at that. He's only, bam. Flash in action.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if
God dang it, when you hit the button, you're supposed to throw, you retard.
On what will be the final play of quarter number 3.
I mean, fuck.
Now in Cincinnati. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a turnover.
Let's go, D. Watch left, watch left, watch left.
They stay on the ground with White. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Brady now to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there.
Punchy.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as
Damn it, T.O.
effectively
Supposed to punch
as we
it.
could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Really? Damn. Somebody break that motherfucker's leg.
3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And that's it.
God dang it.
It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore.
God dang it.
And he takes this
Man.
into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense.
I told you this game wasn't going to be good.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them.
Fucking Tom Brady's ass. Fuck you, buddy. You ain't getting extra points, you bastard.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully.
I don't know what the hell else to throw at these motherfuckers. I was going to somebody just blow New England off the map.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Nixon will try the right side. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. White. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football.
And I guess #1 defense couldn't handle the #1 offense.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively?
Did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today.
Nine and 6. Dolphins 1-12-1. They're 1-12-1. If I can't beat them, something's wrong.
Let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Ready, go.
Damn, that was too high. What the hell is you doing?
Listen up, fellas. I think we all know what today was. Today simply wasn't good enough. We have high aspirations as a team. If we want to get there, we got to raise our game. Today was not good enough. Next practice, I want it better.
Here we go. Now the room. Set up.
Come on, guys. You gotta get yourself in the right fucking spots, really?
Here we go. Henry. Let go. Go. Yes, let's get. Set up.
You know what, man? That was pretty darn good. And you know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still.